Okay.
Hi there, I'm Alan Fine with the LinkedIn Business Report. I'm here with Matthew Buxton from 8 Elements. Hey Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day in Calgary, and I
It
know you're in
sure is.
Calgary as well. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's almost like a fairy tale.
Yes,
We had a long, hard winter.
we sure did.
Yeah. So, tell me about 8 Elements. Tell me what you're up to.
8 Elements features online courses and expert advice specific to buying and selling a business in Canada.
Right. And how long have you been doing that for?
The courses are a few years old now, but it all came from my experience around 10, 12 years helping people buy and sell businesses in Calgary. So, of course, everybody seems to have the same questions, concerns, that type of thing. So I thought I'd create some courses to help people, other people across Canada.
There you go. And tell me more about, what people need to know about buying and selling a business in general. I mean, there must be so many small factors involved in getting a business ready to sell, or knowing what to look for when buying a business.
Absolutely, and I think the process can be quite complex. Typically, the businesses lease a property, the real estate. So there's a whole number of factors regarding that. You should always have a lawyer involved. And on that note, I'd say to both buyers and sellers, always seek out experts that can help you. For example, lawyers, not every lawyer has experience in business transactions. So
Right.
look for a lawyer who has experience in that area.
Awesome.
For buyers, I would say just educate yourself. There's numerous ways of making costly mistakes, losing your life savings, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and for business owners, I would say two things. Clean up your financial statements. Go through all the expenses and really clean it up. Don't use it as a personal cash machine anymore, right?
Right.
The other piece of advice I would give them is interview your accountant. Do you think they can help you with the transition? Because like lawyers, some of them may not have experience in ensuring you can claim your lifetime capital gains exemption, for example, right?
Right.
And that can have a significant impact to how much money ends up in your pocket, right?
Right. So
Um,
what is one of the most important things to think about when you are selling your business, as far as structuring the sale and paying the least amount of tax?
I think it's honestly, preparation is the key. You should really be starting this 2 or 3 years before you're thinking of selling, because it does and it can take that long to really maximize the opportunities, tax, optimizing the value of your business, just simply cleaning your business up, the processes, everything. Again, there's a myriad of things, checklists you should do, but again, experts in that field can help you.
Right. And of all the things in the world that anybody could do, how did you get and fall into this type of a business for yourself?
Well, I've always had a passion for business. My first business was, I was a teenager in Europe, came to
Really?
Canada, had a
Where in
few,
Europe?
London, England, South
Wow.
London there. But in my early 20s, moved to Canada, Canadian now. But really just have a passion for business and wanting to share that knowledge and experience with people, and particularly what I've been doing in the last decade or so, specifically helping people buy and sell the businesses. I love to see people succeed. It just breaks my heart when simple things or things that could have been done to prevent mistakes.
Like what? Like, to tell me some things that you've seen beforehand that are very common. You see them on a regular basis, and it's just like, oh man, if they only talked to me beforehand, they would have
Yeah.
avoided this. Like what?
Perhaps not having the right advisors in place, perhaps signing a bad lease, because even if you have a fantastic business, the lease can really kill a business, right?
Right.
I would say valuation is a very specific subject area, and there's a lot of, you could say, theories and misinformation out there. That really is a detailed process, not a sort of back of the napkin type thing, right? And of course, if you overpay for a business, or the business, you do that and the business finances can't support that, what you've paid and you've clearly got a loan for, it can really take a number of years and its toll on business owners trying to make ends meet, right?
And how would someone look at a financial statement and go, I don't know, this thing like might be overvalued possibly? Like, are there small things you can see or small things you can look at that are, good indicators that the books are possibly not as accurate as they possibly could be, or something is amiss?
I think people really need to understand that financial statements are created for one person only, and that's Revenue Canada.
Right.
You really need to talk to the business owner. I'm thinking of buyers in my mind here. You really need to talk to the business owner as far as what is in all these expense items, right? Amortization all the way through to vehicle expenses, right?
Exactly.
But it goes back to my previous comment. If a business owner cleans up their financial statements, that process is easier, right? But also from a valuation perspective, you can't valuate a business just by looking at financial statements. You've got to look at other things, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like what?
Could be things like you've got to visit the business, of course. You've got to meet the owner in person, right?
Right.
You've got to ask them questions, and for a buyer, understand where all the money's coming from and going to.
Right.
You want to the dollar, if anything, right?
Right.
And again, if there's personal things being run through the business, like vehicles, golf memberships, all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
That has to be discussed and identified, right?
Exactly.
The other big thing I've seen in the past, which is upsetting for everybody, is some people handle cash differently, right? Some people report it. Many people report it, right? But there are businesses who perhaps don't report it,
Right.
but feel the valuation of the business is high because of this unproven cash amount, right? It's not only illegal, but I'm just saying that it does happen from time to time. And I would say, if anything, for a buyer, be very aware of how cash is dealt with, because you can inherit a lot of problems, particularly if Revenue Canada comes knocking on the door.
So are you responsible for the previous owner's financial statements? No.
You can be, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Really? I had no idea.
Like Revenue Canada want their money, right?
Right.
If you're found to owe money, it would then be.
Would that be on the previous business owner responsibility?
Yeah, it depends how the business is sold and perhaps another number of other factors, but absolutely they can come after you. And then it would be your responsibility to find the previous owner to claim those damages back, right?
Wow.
And it has happened. It has happened, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
As well as the show is called the LinkedIn Business Report.
Yes.
So, you're on LinkedIn, as am I, probably connected. Tell me about your experience of using LinkedIn for your business, as far as connecting with owners and sellers. Has LinkedIn been an integral part of your overall success?
It's been a part of my success for sure. From posting articles to meeting like-minded people. And again, we're not just talking Calgary anymore. We're talking it's a global network. So I'm in touch with like-minded people across Canada, south of the border, in other countries. And I think people have to remember that it's a global market now.
Isn't it?
I'll give you some examples. There's Canadians living abroad right now who want to come back home.
Right.
And I get emails, hey, I'd like to buy a business, or thinking of starting a business even. Can you put me in touch with a few people? And it's whether they're located in China now or Europe, England. It's nice to be able to give people that, hey, you need to talk to so-and-so, certainly if I can't help them more.
Absolutely.
lawyers, accountants, realtors,
Right.
specifically, or any other expert for that matter. So,
Right.
but
Like a
yes, it's
LinkedIn
quite
expert.
diverse. Yeah. What's that?
Like a LinkedIn expert.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. Wow. Well, that's pretty amazing. Can you give anybody else listening to the show one last tip or trick you can think of what's the most important thing, let's say, when you're buying a business?
I think it's just educate yourself and seek the experts. So accountants always use a lawyer if nothing else, right?
Right.
Business experts, business broker, if you will, but people who have it's their full-time job. They have a passion for it, and
And they know
quite
what to look for
frankly,
also, right?
yeah, and quite frankly, you'll find them fairly quickly because the people who love what they do will love to share their knowledge and experience with you,
Right. Got
right?
that. Got
Um,
that.
and that can be a wealth of information. It's like the Visa ad; it's
Right.
priceless, right?
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Like having a home inspector come into your home and do a home inspection for you and find, you have mold in your attic and you got to rip
exactly.
off the whole top floor of the roof of the house and all those things and you had no
Yeah.
idea beforehand.
And I would say further to that, if I may add, is
Yeah.
I think it's easy to criticize things, anything in life, right?
Right.
But the real experts will give you a solution too, right?
Right.
Again, whether it's law, accounting, business valuations, business brokers, right?
Right.
They'll say, maybe I'm a little concerned about that. Maybe we should get some more information, right?
Right.
The good ones always provide a solution to a criticism or a concern, if you will, right?
Right. And
Um,
so I'm just looking at the information you provided for me. Do you actually do the service of vetting a business for somebody, or do you just have courses on teaching somebody on how to do it themselves? Or you have
well, there's two options really. There's the
right,
course, self-direct, and take through the process, and it explains everything.
right,
Certainly, I'm available by phone, or I can do more one-on-one consulting,
right,
which again follows the steps of the program, the course, right?
right,
But it's really that hand-holding, if you will. Some people prefer than just taking the course.
right, right. And
Yeah.
that's really important, having the expert to ask questions for afterward. And so, Matthew, you had some information you want to share with us on top of things?
Yeah, I'm currently working on an exciting project called Success in Succession with two other industry experts. Fred Dodd wrote the book Succession 2020, and Dan Murray, who's just released a book, Success is Yours. And you see, 65 to 70% of boomer business owners need to sell their business in order to finance retirement.
Right,
85% or 84%, if the numbers are around that, don't have a plan.
right,
So, and furthermore, there's a significant disconnect between business owners and business support advisors.
right,
So our program wants to revolutionize the business sale and the succession industry and bring together, unite these industry experts across the country. So it's an exciting project. There'll be more in the future to announce, but really excited to work with these guys who have a similar passion and want to help business owners, right?
right.
Yeah.
Well, tell them your website address, Matt.
It's 8-elements.com and the number 8.
Number 8, not the word
Yeah.
8, number 8.
Yeah, number 8-elements.com. Love to you guys to visit. There's a ton of free information, video articles, that type of thing.
Perfect.
Even if you didn't weren't too interested in the course, it wasn't time yet.
Right, right. No, it's okay, just doing your research for sure.
Absolutely.
And then also put up a link to your LinkedIn profile so they can connect with you on LinkedIn. Well, thank you very much, Matthew, for being on the show today. I sure appreciate that so much. Thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you, Alan. Much appreciated.
You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.